Seatbelts must be worn by everyone. It's the law in this country. You must wear your seatbelt.
Good morning, everyone! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shirley, also known as Backttalk. And I usually do anything Disney, but as you can tell, we are very far from Disney. We are in Scotland. I keep searching for Mickey at the castles here. Haven't found them yet, but I did find sheep. So that's really exciting. Today we are taking a tour, a bus tour around the Highlands and the Lochs and other fun things. So join us. After being on the bus for an hour and a half out of the 12.5-hour bus trip, we stopped at the first stop, which is called the Kilmahog Coffee, where you could get coffee, pastries, little breakfast sandwiches, snacks, merchandise, and of course you could use their bathrooms. They had a really cute coffee shop set up, and they did have Highland Coos outside, and everybody was going crazy over them for a good reason, because they are so cute and you can actually feed them. You could buy food and feed them, which I got to do, and it was amazing.
He's like, I need a scratch.
You want a scratch, huh?
It's a scratchy scratch.
After visiting the cows for a little bit, we were back on the bus and we got to see some really nice parts of Scotland, such as the Kelpies, which was one of my favorite things about Scotland. We got to see Doon Castle, Stirling Castle, Wallace Monument, all things that we did check out earlier or later in the vlog, so don't forget to subscribe so you can see them up close. And I would suggest sitting on the left side of the bus. We sat on the driver's side, which is the right side, and it was a good view. We had a really good view of sheep, but the left side had the Kelpies, and I'm obsessed with the Kelpies. So if you're like me and you want a good shot from the bus of the Kelpies, sit on the left side. Y'all, since we behaved on the first stop, we got to stop here. I took a nap, so I couldn't tell you where we are, but it's gorgeous. So we were actually in Glencoe near the Loch Trail, and it was absolutely breathtaking, and we only spent about 5 minutes there just taking pictures, and then we were back on the bus with beautiful views. This time I stayed awake, and the next destination that was about 10 minutes where we get to get down and take some pictures was the Three Sisters. I believe you can see the three. The third one is covered by the clouds, and then there's the middle one and the third one. Really breathtaking area. I think it's one of my favorite memories from this trip just because of how beautiful it is. My pictures and my film are not doing it justice of how beautiful this place was, and there was a lot of people hiking it and backpacking it. Good for you. I love just stopping for 10 minutes and taking pictures, but I can't imagine how a hike would be. And then we were back on the road for the next destination, but look how beautiful the views are from the bus. We have 45 minutes at the stop. It's the stop before the main stop. It's like the fourth. So we're gonna do lunch, restrooms, and then we have to get our tickets for the excursions. But yeah, so it's just figuring out where to go because we only have 45 minutes. Alright, this was stop number 4. The bathrooms are over there, but this is just lunch and restrooms before the main stop. The weather's been really nice. We're, back and forth with our jackets. But okay, so there's like 3 places. I would recommend going to the gas station. This one, the Bridge Mill, everybody went because the bathrooms are there. The lines are long, and if you like potatoes or hot soup, it's great for you. But you only have 20 minutes, and I take forever to eat. So we went to the gas station right across and got a hot dog. The bread is really good. It's like a baguette, and the sausage is not bad for somebody who's like very picky with meat. It's 87% pork and then water. That's like your first 2 ingredients, so not bad. And then you have a baguette. I do miss the ketchup. I'm just a ketchup lover. I got some chippies, and then we got some $1 million shortbread and a froggy. But yeah, with 20 minutes, go to the gas station and buy a bunch of snacks. Unless you want real food, then yeah, just wait in line over here. But really nice weather, not that cold yet. We're at the castle. Kind of. Well, we're here. There is a bathroom, but it's only for people who did the castle and the cruise. You can beg. They did let somebody beg, and they did let her through. But just so you know. The bathrooms were okay. I think the bathrooms from the first stop were better. But yeah, so we just have about 30 minutes here. Well, now more like, yeah, 20 minutes. 25. And then we have to head over across to get to the cruise. So it's not that far of a walk. And it doesn't look like there's that much. You know, like 25 minutes should be enough, it looks like. Because at first I was like, wow, 25 minutes for a castle, but yeah.
I don't think there's that much.
Yeah. Let me rewind a little bit. We're actually in the Urquhart Castle, and this is one of the excursions that my mother-in-law paid for us. It does not come with the original ticket. So the original ticket is about $70, up to $80 depending on the day, and you can do add-ons. So if you want to do the tour with the Loch Ness cruise, then you can pay $101, or if you want to do the Loch Ness cruise and the castle visit, then you can pay around $115. What happens is you can either prepay when you book your tour, or on the bus you can pay the bus driver during our first stop. Now once that first stop happens, if you didn't buy it, you did not buy it. And what he does is he gives you a little card that tells you if you're doing the cruise, if you're doing both, and then he drops you off, gives you directions, and then you meet him back up after the cruise. So it's very structured, very well, and you do have a chance to change your mind once you're on the bus, which is kind of nice. So that's exactly what happened. He dropped us off, just the people who had the tickets for this. Everybody else stayed on the bus, and we got to explore the castle for 30 minutes, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it was plenty of time to go to the restroom, buy some whiskey flavored chocolate, and of course explore the castle and get these beautiful views. This castle was absolutely stunning. I did have to use quite a bit of imagination to think where the kitchen was, where the chambers were, where the whatever was, you know, because a lot of the castle was not there, but the structure was there, and the views. Wow, the views. I think out of all of the castles, this one had the best views. After maybe Stirling Castle. I really like the Stirling Castle, all of the gardens. But imagine just waking up and looking out this window. How amazing is that? Super amazing. But yeah, so it was a really nice excursion. My mother-in-law was amazing in getting us this tour and getting us the cruise. And it was overall really well done, I believe. And you didn't feel the 12 and a half hours, at least so far we didn't feel it. Of course, on the way back, it's going to be a little bit different. But in this point in time, we were just really enjoying it, and the weather was really nice until about this point where it started to rain, and of course that's when we were on the cruise. Now we did look for Nessie, so keep your eye out. Let me know if you see her. Couple of fun facts that I didn't know is that there is a reward for a picture, and I think it's in the billions. Another fun fact is if you catch Nessie, you're not allowed to keep Nessie. You can you know, take some blood samples, do a little bit of that, but then you have to release her. So very interesting. Something I did not know. And the other thing I didn't know that the cruise tour guide told us was that there is a 3-to-2 ratio of sheep to people in Scotland. Absolutely fascinating. We just finished the cruise tour. It rained a little bit, but not bad. We're on the upstairs. They do sell like hot chocolate, alcohol, little snacks. No Nessie, unless I'm editing and then I see her somewhere. I might when I'm editing. We never know. But worth the view. In that music, the background, the water, it was just amazing. We got off the cruise. It was about a 25-minute cruise. You could buy hot chocolate, snacks, alcoholic drinks, and then when you got off, there was a little store, a little cafe. So the people who didn't buy either the cruise or the castle then would just come and hang out here for the whole duration that we were in the castle. The shop was full of stuff. There was so much in the shop. It was nice to get a little bit warmed up, and it was nice to see all of the Nessie merch because it was everywhere. But we were in a hunt for a particular Nessie rubber duck that we bought later, and then we were back on the way home, which is always so long. Pro tip, I took my earpods, so I was listening to some audiobooks, some podcasts, so that was nice. And our final stop was Pitlochry, which I pronounced horribly, and I apologize. I did try to practice and ask Google how to say it, but they had an ice cream shop where I got a whiskey infused ice cream that tasted like butterbeer, and there was a cute little town, but it was really dark and really cold, so we didn't explore much. Hey y'all. It's so cold, but we got ice cream. I got whiskey flavor and you got vanilla. Vanilla. They called it the Olaf flavor. The store was really small, but they had a lot of treats. I wanted to look at all the treats, but there was just no time. It's really cold. It's the last stop, and then we'll be home. And then we're thinking either Taco Bell for dinner or Jollibee's. Make a bet right now which one we ended up with. Either one has different items on the menu, and I figured I had Taco Bell in Japan, so should I keep going and get them all? So we'll see. We're gonna try to see if we can Uber it to the hotel, just because we're cold, tired, and we have another tour tomorrow. So yeah, but it's really pretty. This reminds me of like Christmas or holiday movies, you know, where like I go get ice cream and they go get ice cream and we meet, you know. One of those. Yay! Overall, it was really good. Recommend it. Take cash so you can tip. The way back was hefty. It felt long. We were ready for it. It's a 12-hour excursion, so you know by the end you're like, okay, I'm ready. The last stop was cute. It was only 15 minutes. It was literally just so people could go to the bathroom, and you actually had to pay 15 pounds. 15. It's like 20 cents. I don't know how I'll translate it. If you want to use the restroom at that stop, so just have cash in hand. Not a lot. It's not cash based, but a little bit. Obviously. We got Taco Bell. I figured I've tried it in Japan. Might as well try it here. But yeah, we'll see how it is. Tomorrow we have another long day. We have another excursion. Check it out. It's cute. Just in case you were wondering, the Taco Bell was better quality, but not anything great. I was missing the fire sauce. If my Taco Bell at home doesn't have fire sauce, forget about it. So yeah. And the other thing, Uber, for whatever reason, never brought like utensils. I think we ordered Uber 2 or 3 times to the hotel, and I never got a spoon or a fork. So I always had to play around with whatever was in the hotel to eat my food. But yeah, anyways, overall, I would highly recommend this. I think it's a good way to just get in touch with a little bit of the Scottish Highlands. You get to see little cows, you get to see a beautiful castle, get on the hunt for Nessie, the 3 sisters. I got to see the kelpies. I got so many things off my list in just one tour. I think if the only times that I might not suggest this is maybe if you have littles. It was a very taxing and long day, and we were both so tired when we got home, so I can imagine this being very taxing for a little one. And also, if you need a wheelchair, on the website they advise against going on this bus tour. There was no ramp on the bus, like the charter bus, and the seats are quite small, so it can be a little bit uncomfortable in that sense. So that would be the only reason or reservation that I would have. Overall, we had such an amazing time. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see the rest of our time in Scotland. And until next time, adios.